Continuing on lesson 9C, we were working on number 3. So our cross products were 7 times x and 4 times 1421. And to solve a proportion, we were told to set those equal. So then we have to take 4 times 1421. So let's go over here and do that. So we get 4, 8, 16, carry our 1. So 4, 8, 4 times 4 is 16, carry our 1, 4 plus 1 is 5, equals 5, 6, 8, 4. Now, we want to divide both sides by 7, because remember, our goal is to make this x, or 1x. So now we have to divide 7 into 5684. At least they made the problems kind of nice for us. They're easy to divide. So 7 doesn't go into 5. 7 times 8 is 56. Subtract, we get 0, so bring down one number, 8. 7 goes into 8 once. 1 times 7 is 7. Subtract, bring down the next number. 7 goes into 14 twice. And then we have to decide, what are they asking? How many dentists recommend Minty Fresh? So this would be dentists recommend. We'll just put it short there because we're going to write a sentence. So 812 dentists will recommend Minty Fresh. I know we're not supposed to start a sentence with a number, but don't tell anyone. 812 dentists would recommend Minty Fresh. Okay, so go ahead, and once you get that written down, turn off the video and do number 4. Okay. So number 4, we look, and the things they're comparing are cups of flour to dozen cookies. So cups of flour to dozens of cookies. And they repeat it twice. Cups, cookies, cookies, cups. So anytime they repeat the same quantities twice, that's when you know to immediately jump in with the proportion. So we have 4 cups of flour, so that goes here. 5 dozen cookies, so that goes here. 15 dozen cookies goes here. How many cups of flour? So there's my X. Ooh, 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 ooh. I see something. Do you? Sound like a chimp, don't I? Times 3. Look at that. So anytime you spot that, use that pattern, then you don't have to do any math work. It's like, yes. So that's your work for the problem. You don't have to do all this junk if you notice it. So I noticed, like here, I didn't know how many times 7 went into 1421, so I couldn't do that. Here I could have done times 76, but this was just an easy one. But here, to me, it was really obvious. Oh, 5 times 3 is 15. So that means X equals 12, 4 times 3, cups of flour. And we won't write a sentence for that one. I think we've written enough sentences. I just want you to be in the practice, because many, many teachers, as you climb to higher levels, are going to require a full sentence for each word problem answer. So I'm trying to get you in the habit. I love it when students come into my 120 class and I don't even ask them and they start writing sentences. So you get trained in 08 and 09, and then by the time you get to the upper levels, it's just common. It's just like a habit. Okay, let's go ahead and turn to page 2. Again, I took one off. This one was not on the test. It's actually in Module 4 later, so we don't need to address it now. So this one is kind of redundant. We already did one like it, but to me, practice makes perfect. So we have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 16 more to practice on. I might throw some more out. That's a lot to practice on. But yeah, this packet was a little bit of overkill, I thought. So here we're doing bottles of water and cost again. Bottles of water and cost. So bottles, before it was bottles of soda. Big difference, right? Not. And then cost in dollars. So 6, set up your proportion. 6 bottles of water cost $3.49. How much will 5 bottles? So 5 bottles, how much? X. So, can you see any patterns? No. So it looks like we're going to be doing some math, doesn't it? So here we have 6 times X equals 5 times 349. So let's go over here to the side. $3.49 times 5 would be 9 times 5 is 45. Carry your 4. 20, 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, so 15, 16, 17. So that looks like 1745. So 6 times X equals $17.45. Let's just verify here. 45, carry your 4, 20, 24, carry your 2, 15, 6, 17. Yep. Then we do the opposite and divide each by 6. So more math here. So 6 into 17.45. So 6 times 2 is 12. And remember, bring your decimal straight up. So we subtract and we get 5. Oh man, Kim, you're running into things. And a 4. 9 times 6 is 54. So when we subtract, we just get that 5. 6 does not go into 5. So what do? I'm going to have to write this on a separate sheet of paper. Let me get one. I'm going to start over. So 6 into 1745 because I ran out of room and I just made a mess of myself. Sorry about that. So decimal straight up. 6 times 2 is 12. Subtract. 7 minus 2 is 5. Bring down the 4. And then we said 9 times 6 is 54. Subtract, that's 0. So we bring down the 5. And 6 does not go into 5. So we put a 0 here. So here's the problem. This number didn't end. So on dollars and cents, when it doesn't end, you have to take it out another decimal place until you can tell if this is going to stay 0 or become 1. So remember, if the next number is 5, 6, 7, 8, or 9, this becomes 1. If the next number is 4, 3, 2, 1, or 0, it stays 0. So I can't stop and write 290 because if that next number is 5 or larger, it's going to actually be 291. So when it doesn't end like this, you add a 0, because remember, adding zeros after a decimal don't affect it. Bring that down. How many times does 6 go into 58? So you don't have to divide anymore, because money is 2 decimal places. But now I have to decide, is it going to stay 90 cents or is it going to become 91 cents? So I look at the number after, boom, that says bump it up. So it would be $2.91. This is the only time that you're actually allowed to round without asking, is when it's money. I was trying to get them both in the picture together. So money is the only time you can round without being told, and the reason why is our money system has 2 decimal places, so you can't write it with more. So this is cents, and because this number was 5 or larger, it turned up to 91 cents. So let's go back over here, and we will write $2.91 for 5 bottles of water. And I should write a nice full sentence off. So let's write, it costs. Then we have our subject and our verb. Now we're good. So it costs $2.91 for 5 bottles of water. So that's a good one, because we haven't done any with rounding yet. So that's a really good one. Okay, let's just do number 6 and then we'll call it a day on this page, okay? Because the 1 we're not going to do, and 8's kind of like that one. So I think we'll cross out both 7 and 8. So let's just do 5 and 6 on this page. Like I said, we have 17 more to do. I'm not quite sure we need that many to do. Whoever made this packet was kind of a nutcase. But I guess too much practice is better than too little, right? So 2 out of 3 students attend the spring festival. So remember what this means when they write stuff like this. This is like the dentist problem. 2 attend out of every 3 you ask. So this is the total number asked. This is how many attend. So your labels would be attend and total number. So if 3 people were asked, 2 would attend. So you have to understand when they use language like that, just like 4 out of 7 dentists. For a dentist would recommend out of a total of 7 asked. So 2 will attend out of a total of 3 asked. If there are 1,140 students, how many will not attend? Oh, trick question. So first we have to figure out how many will attend, and then we can subtract. So how many will attend? We don't know. And how many total are asked? 1,140. So let's do our little algebra. So 3 times x equals 2 times 1,140. And let's do 1,140 times 2 over here. 0,822. So it looks like 2280. So 3 times x equals 2280. Divide by 3. And you get tired of not having a calculator. That's what you get. But guess what? Every class after this, you get to use it. So that's nice. There'll be tests in some of the upper level classes where they'll make you put your calculators away, but for the most part, can use it. So